Yeah. What's up, fool? You see me? You hear me? No, I hear you.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
My bad. We in there, man. It took me a little minute, man, to get this audio going, man. What's going on, man? We got my boy back in the building. What's up, dog?
Yeah, man. I'm glad to be back. We were rolling.
Yeah, we on. We rolling, man.
Oh man, it's a pleasure to be back, man. I appreciate you having me again. I really appreciate that. Everything with you.
Oh man, nothing much, man. I appreciate you for coming on, man.
Oh, anytime, man. Anytime.
Yeah, what you been having going on? I see you've been working lately, huh?
Yeah, man. I'm definitely back at it, man. You know what I mean? I want to say I'm fully out of retirement because at first I was more focused on just letting out the old stuff out.
Yep.
But now I'm back actually doing like the new stuff and shit. So yeah. So we just had the video. I don't know if you saw that shit. We just had the video shoot this past Sunday.
Where was that at?
That was on Watts. That was in your neck of the woods.
I didn't even see it. It was on you posted on Instagram?
Yeah, it's on Instagram.
It's
definitely on Instagram.
What song was it for?
It's to be honest, I just asked Bandana yesterday. Actually, yeah, yesterday. Like, whose song is that? You know what I mean? He was like, it's all of ours, but it's somebody's song. I just featured on this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. And y'all shot the video for it yesterday.
Yeah, we shot the video right there at Ted Wickens Park, right there on Central and
on 103rd?
Central and 103rd in the Haciendas. Shout out to the Haciendas.
Oh, y'all had a feature from the Haciendas on the song with y'all?
Nah, but it wasn't their hood. So they basically gave us the pass and shit. Or gave me the pass. You know what I mean? I'm Mexican as fuck and shit. You know what I mean? They ain't too friendly with my kind. You know.
Man, hey man, I'm not gonna lie, man. You know the whole damn city, bro. You one of the Mexicans that know the whole damn city.
You know what? At this point, to be honest, and shit, and I'll explain, but it's kind of a gift and a curse type shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a blessing and a curse more than anything. You know what I mean? Because I can maneuver. You know, I can maneuver to different neighborhoods. I can maneuver to different crowds, different clubs, different neighborhoods and shit. But at the end of the day, like, I'm cool with Bandana the Rag.
Yep.
I know a couple dudes from the opposition. So when they see me, they're like, "What's up with you, homie? You know, are you from his hood now?" You know what I mean? Even though every good joke got truth in it. You know what I mean? So motherfuckers be messing around talking about, "Hey, I see you over there. I see you over there fucking with them, you know, with so and so from so and so. Oh, you from his hood now?" But in reality, they're like,
they really serious.
They serious about it. You know what I mean?
Serious undertone to it, yeah.
Which is understood. You know what I mean? It's completely understood. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It's a gift of the curse and shit. But regardless of it, though, I mean, you're gonna see me. Period. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not hard to find. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers pretty distinctive. You know, tattoos and shit. That when you see me, you know, oh yeah, that's him. that's him.
Right. And you know it's so crazy because you push when you mess with everybody, but you push your section. So I still don't understand how people feel some type of way when they know you're not from there. When you can, you know what I'm saying? Because you really don't have nothing to do with they beef when it comes to their gang beef. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, at the end, you know what I mean? There's politics or politics. I mean, I've been fully committed, you know, for years and shit. You know what I mean? My people been fully committed for years. So at the end of the day, I understand. You know what I mean? I understand. That's why I don't be tripping sometimes. But at the same time, it gets to the point where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna stay with some Bandana because Bandana family. Right. But now I know for a fact if I ever get invited to a so and so function, I'm not gonna be there. I ain't pulling up.
I'm not going there.
Know? They know who I'm affiliated with. You know what I mean? They know I really fuck with this guy. I call it family. You know what I mean? And family is a strong fucking, you know, statement.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So just to, you know, so it comes with the territory. You know what I mean? I know. Like when I go places, I already know. You know what I mean? If I'm with Bandana, Bandana's beef is my beef. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, I'm pretty sure he probably feels the same way and shit. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, this past Sunday, it was a successful photo shoot, video shoot, and it was love. It was definitely love. And, you know, shout out to the Compton for Life car club and shit, CFL for life.
Oh yeah,
they showed up and showed out. The Majestics too.
Okay. Hey, let me ask you, because did you so I'm assume that you catch some type of slack from people from your own neighborhood too?
Oh hell yeah. Slack is an understatement, dude.
Yeah,
slack is an understatement.
Understood.
Because I know we spoke about this a little bit in the, you know, in the last interview we had and shit.
Yeah.
So you know, suggest, you know, the to go watch part 1 before you watch this one. You know what I mean?
There you have.
But I mean, my people and shit have always definitely, you know, gave me that little look, like, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I told plenty of people that just because I fuck with certain Crips doesn't mean I'm gonna fuck with the Crips that have done damage to us.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't really want to say us because I'm not participating in those, you know, illicit activities anymore.
Right.
But at the end of the day, though, you know, that's my people. You know what I mean? I was born and raised over there and shit. So anything that happens to anybody from my section, it happens to me. You know what I mean? I still feel it.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, but I mean, that's been going on for years. You know what I mean? I think more nowadays they accept it more just due to the fact that they understand this is not just, oh, I want to go and hang out. You know, I want to go hang out with some Crips. Let me go make some Crip friends. Or let me add them on Instagram. Every single homie that you see me post on my Instagram, whether it's a birthday shout out, whether it's a video, whether it's a picture, these are people that I know for 10, 15 years plus. You know what I mean? These are not overnight friends that I just made. I just followed on Instagram and we followed each other and, oh, we should hang out sometime. We should be friends. Yeah, let's be friends. Nah, these are people that have been there, I'm not going to say since day one, but they definitely been there from day 450. You know what I mean? We're at day 3,000 right now. You know what I mean?
Understood. So your homies, these people, basically, these are people that you really know these people. It's not.
We really connected. You know what I mean? A lot of these friendships were made. You know, a lot of them were made from, you know, juvenile time and shit like that. Right. A lot of them were made in high school. A lot of friends were made through the music shit. You know what I mean? It wasn't just no random friend that we were just sitting next to each other in the bus stop and we just started chopping it up. Oh yeah, you should follow me on Instagram. Here's my Instagram. I'm Tragedy Ben Fly. You know,
yeah.
You know, it ain't none of that. That's what some people look at it. Like my mom, she's one of the ones that be like, where the fuck do you know all these people from? You know, what I mean? I don't remember them living on my fucking street. Like, where the fuck you know them from? I don't know their mama. You know,
right? I never.
It's in Spanish, so it definitely sounds a little worse in Spanish shit. Right?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, she concerned who all these people. How the hell you know all of these people? What's going
on? Yeah. That she should, you know what I mean? Mom is mom forever, you know, no matter how old I get, mom is mom, period.
That's a fact, bro. You gotta respect her.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, look, I'm gonna promote something early on in the video.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean? Because me personally, I always had stomach issues.
Uh-huh.
So you know, I got ulcers, so there's not much spicy stuff I can eat. And I'm Mexican as fuck, and I can't eat spicy, but I got some shit. But so even when it comes to the drinking, I can't drink hard liquor.
Okay.
It'll definitely flare up the fucking ulcers and shit. I had a situation one time and shit where the ulcer flared up in New Orleans and I was bleeding from my fucking mouth and shit from 2 shots of Hennessy.
Damn.
So look, because I be experimenting with different drinks and shit. But this right here, the strawberry Malibu and the strawberry lemonade and shit, Simply Lemonade. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was drinking this shit at the Last Supper. I swear. He was there. He was drinking this shit.
You said, in other words, if you got stomach issues and you want to get your little buzz on, that's the perfect combination.
That's the shit right there. You know, I'm always finding different little drinks and shit just that I can enjoy without having to worry about, you know what I mean? having to worry about the fucking repercussions of fucking. Yeah, I already know what can happen, what I can't have and shit. But this right here, yeah.
No
But,
more hard liquor for you, boy.
nah, not at all, not at all. I got a bottle of Hennessy still in the fucking my little cabinet right there that's been giving me the eye and shit. But I'm gonna stay away from her for a little bit.
Clean that up, man. Don't do it.
Yeah,
We don't need you in
man.
the hospital, man.
Yeah, man. Because I ended up in the hospital a few times. This shit was just it's been bad. It's been bad.
Right. Hey, now I know you cool with you and Bandana. That's your boy. How did you meet RedRum?
When I first met Rum, I want to say it was about 99, 2000. It might have been a little sooner than that because the Diamond Riders Part 2 wasn't out yet. I know that for a fact. And I happened to be in Inglewood. And I think they were shooting if I'm not mistaken, and he's probably gonna trip out when he sees this.
Yeah.
But for some reason or the other, they were having the photo shoot at Inglewood, if I'm not mistaken. But I think somebody said something to me because, at the time, I mean, we'll get into that. Probably I'll fly just to avoid offending my crip pockets and shit.
Right, understood.
But at the time and shit, I was doing the whole blue stuff and shit. Eventually, I just said, I ain't want no more blue,
Uh-huh.
And, but I might have had blue chucks on. I might have had blue rag on. I don't know what the fuck. But somebody from his camp said something to me about, throw that, that derogatory word for blue.
Right.
And I said, fuck you, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I was little. I was real young. I don't even think I was a teen yet.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude pressed up on me and shit. And B Brazy happened to be there. Rest in peace, B Brazy.
Right.
Brazy was one of the ones that was like, hey, nigga, shut up. You know what I mean? It turned into a whole little scuffle. The people I was with came out the house and they almost turned into a little thing and shit. And RedRum was like, nah. Matter of fact, I think it might have been RedRum's name for that shit. But Rum was like, nah, y'all come the fuck down. He came out, RedRum's a natural born leader.
Uh-huh.
But he's the one that kind of diffused the situation and shit. And after that, it ended right there. And that was like my first encounter with him, man. When he sees it, he's gonna trip out. He's gonna remember that story.
Damn.
You know what I mean? But
and you said that was like 99?
It had to be because I went to jail not too long after. So that's what I'm saying. It might be a little earlier than that. You know what I mean? But that Diamond Riders Part 2 wasn't out yet. You know what I mean? But long story short, that's how I met him. And then that was my first encounter with him. But then a couple years later, shit, we met. I think I might have met him at the Compton swap meet and shit like that. And I introduced myself, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you look familiar. You look real familiar."
Mm-hmm.
And then with the music stuff, we just had mutual acquaintances, and we just, we got reconnected. And I was like, I want to say 06. That's when we really got back acquainted. And and I'm sure he remember. I think I brought that story up before. Like, I remember that shit, man. But we never really had that conversation. But after this, he's gonna want to have that conversation. But
yeah.
We met on some gangster shit. We definitely met on some street shit. Same shit with Nipsey. Same shit with Brazy, beat Brazy and shit. These are all LA legends.
That was the first night you met B Brazy too?
That was the first time I met B Brazy. But the thing is that I used to always see B Brazy. I used to always see Brazy because my uncle stayed on 106 in Hoover. And right in the hood, and he was a body man / mechanic, so he used to fix all their fucking cars and shit. You know what I mean? And Tone Malone, these are all legends that I remember seeing growing up. These are all legends that anybody from Lanes and shit will bring up, like, oh yeah, that motherfucker right there, that's a big homie. They're praised. They're actually looked upon as gods and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like Tone Malone, Evil Al, and G6, B Brazy, of course, Big 8 Ball. I used to always see him. Evil Al, he's motherfucking, without saying much, he was a monster. The motherfucker used to walk around with a hockey mask and shit, savage. Okay. And next thing you have Jew Dog on here, if you ask him about Evil Al, these are all his people. You know what I mean? These are all his people.
Right.
And but I said, though, I was real young, really young. Like I'm talking about, I wasn't even in my 10s yet. I think I was still 9 or 8, and I used to see all them fools right there, like on 106 and 108, 109, at 111 Elementary. We used to go and play Figueroa Elementary. Mm-hmm. We used to go play basketball, and they were having the gang meetings up there and shit.
Oh, so you was actually seeing a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, early. And I remember my dad and shit telling me about that. That's when I first learned about the Cutter situation. Because when I was real young and shit, don't tell nobody, but I used to be a Cowboy fan low key because my cousins. You know what I mean? Right. So I had a little bit of fucking some cowboy gear. Yeah. And my dad was the one that first told me. He was like, I know how much you like. I had this fucking pretty badass fucking blue hold on. I think that's a cop. Hold on. Police.
Hell no.
Yeah, I thought that was a fucking police. My heart racing like a motherfucker right now.
Thank God. Deal.
That was Amazon, man.
Package, man.
Yeah, that motherfucker scared the shit out of me. I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah. Yeah, man, but I'm telling you that. So that was like around the first time that that I seen Brazy and shit. And eventually, once I got a little bit older, some of the young homies now, they're the ones running shit now, but what we call the young generation then, like the TYGs as they call them, those were the ones I used to play basketball with and shit. So, I'm telling you, I was good at basketball until that little issue,
Hoop too, so he's a hooper and a rapper.
Shit. I still got my cool little jump shot and shit. I can still fucking, And it's great. I gained a little weight, as you can tell and shit, but I was real athletic. Once upon a time I was real athletic. I was football, soccer a little bit. I hated soccer with a fucking passion, but
you gotta have enough win. You gotta be in shape for soccer.
Mother, you gotta have that capacity, that lung capacity shit. Oh, yeah. That sport's nonstop.
It's not
non-fucking stop, man.
It's not.
Yeah, but that's how I met. That's how I met RedRum and shit. And once I got older, and we really started connecting, and our friend, our acquaintances became into a music acquaintance, and they became an actual friendship, and actually became like actual brotherhood and shit. Like I really see RedRum as my brother. That's why I hate what he's going through right now and shit. I really hate it. And shit. But I ain't trying to get emotional and shit. But whatever Rum's going through, I'm going through it with him. And not just me. There's a lot of motherfuckers that he knows. There's a lot of people that really, that we're going through this together. Obama. We're in this together.
We gotta pray for RedRum, man. A moment of silence for my boy RedRum.
Yeah, shout out to RedRum, man.
Bam, man, we back, man. Shout out to RedRum, man.
Yeah, shout out to RedRum, man. That's family right there.
Yeah, Rum is he's a real LA legend.
You know what's crazy about Rum? That I'm not gonna say no names about any other people, because and also because whenever they try to badmouth certain people, friends of mine and shit, I always put a stop to it.
Yep.
Because as I was saying that, don't tell me why motherfucker was talking shit about me. What motherfucker was saying about me. Tell me why they were so comfortable telling you that shit about me.
Exactly.
So there's been plenty of situations where like people try to down talk certain people that I'm still friends with to this day. Mm-hmm. But one thing about Rum, ain't no one ever fucking said, not that I will allow them to, they'll get popped in the fucking mouth fast.
Right.
But there's nobody in the fucking world, blue rags or red rags and shit, or Mexicans and shit, that could actually say anything foul about RedRum besides, just being real. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the first thing that comes out of their mouth and shit. Oh, you fuck with RedRum? Shit, that motherfucker real. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a real one right there. That's a solid homie right there. You know what I mean? And you can see it when you meet him and shit. If he don't like you, he ain't gonna fuck with you, period.
He ain't messing with you.
You know what I mean? He's one of them. You know what I mean? He's one of them. Like, well, he'll turn down 1,000, he'll turn down 10,000 fast. Like, man, I ain't fucking with him.
Right, because he don't like him.
You
gotta
respect a certain rapper, you know what I mean? Little hint. Do I need to say more?
Nope.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Him right there was Neil. That dude and shit,
We know exactly who you're speaking
of. Yeah, so that particular cat, he I guess try to, at the end of the day, politics are politics. So just like I said, just because I fuck with the Crips, with the Crip homies doesn't mean that I'm gonna fuck with my Crip enemies, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
Same shit with him. Just because he fucks with his, Crip he got Crip partner doesn't mean he's gonna fuck with them, with the mother cats and shit that, did that damage. And RedRum turned that down fast. Like, I mean, hopefully he don't get mad at me for putting that shit on blast and shit.
Understood.
Because I had RedRum mad at me before, and that's not a pretty sight. But you know what I mean? But yeah, but RedRum turned that down. Like, man, I ain't fucking with that. But you know what I mean?
All right, so I got another question for you.
Yeah.
Today's news, right? And then I want to talk about I want to talk about that last track y'all did too. But before I asked you that, what you think about the whole Wack 100 Tekashi 69 situation? Did you just see that recently?
That goes to show you that at the end of the day, I know enough about Wack to know to stay away from him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I know enough about him. I'm not gonna badmouth him, but he's not that guy one bit. And Tragedy said it. You know what I mean? Okay. He's not that fucking. He's a fucking character, a great fucking character too. And it's easy for someone like him to associate with someone like that, to associate with someone like Game, because he's not that man. He's not that person. He's not that guy. He's not that gang member. He's not that fucking Pyruler, whatever the fuck he calls himself and shit. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, Tekashi's still around doing his shit. He's gonna continue to keep doing his shit. You know what I mean? Right. Wack 100 is gonna continue to do his shit. So at this point in time, I mean, I seen this shit, but my first thing that came to mind was like, you got two busters hanging out together. So I mean, I said that. You know, I'm saying that. Right. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people felt that. You know, because I got a lot of homies that fucking posted that shit on Instagram talking about that motherfucker needs a DP, and I'm talking about Wack, and I'm talking about these hardcore motherfuckers that don't hardly ever say the word C. Anything that starts with a C, they never say it. Right. Them bigger red than bars, and I need a boppy of that. I'm drinking some boffy. Them. Yeah. They bleed that shit. They bleed that. So whoop, you know, all that shit. Right. They all been saying that. I've been seeing it. I've been hearing it. Like that fool needs a DP for real. Like that motherfucker goes. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And I mean, but at the end of the day, business is business. You know what I mean? Business is business. And at this point in time in life, whether Wack was ever that person, whether he was ever like solid in the streets, really about that life, at this point in time in life, it doesn't really matter anymore. Right. You know what I mean? Because he's associated with possibly the biggest fucking label in the world after Death Row Records, which is Cash Money Records. Mm-hmm. So he's dealing with one of the biggest fucking millionaires in the fucking game and shit, if not the biggest millionaire besides Diddy and Jay-Z possibly. Well, for sure Diddy, for sure Jay-Z, for sure Jay-Z.
Yeah, Birdman is huge.
He got that. You know, he's that man. Right. He's responsible for some of our favorite rappers, you know, and favorite artists, period.
It's a fact.
You know, so at this point in time in life, you know what I mean, Wack can do whatever the fuck he wants. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that's just the fucking final nail in the coffin that confirmed he's not that person. Because I'm not gonna fucking sit down with no fucking buster asshole like that and shit. Right. Personally, that's not me. I know plenty of fucking rats that I consider best friends, that I consider friends for a long time, and I don't associate with them at all. So
once you find,
God bless you. If something puts you in that position, is because one of my homies said that recently too, that being a snitch is almost like committing suicide. Mm-hmm. And I'll explain. You commit suicide, you're put in a situation where there's no fucking turning back. You're put in a situation where being dead is better than being alive. Mm. And same situation with a fucking snitch. Mm. It gets to that point where you're just not mentally built for it. You know for a fact you're gonna be victimized. You know for a fact that you're gonna fucking be someone's bitch for sure. Or you're gonna be someone's mule, or you're gonna be something, and it's not gonna be anything related to being a man. Mm. So it gets to that point where you just fucking throw the towel in, like, you know what, put me in PC. I can't handle this. I can't do this. I can't do that. You're actually cornered in that position. You know what I mean? Put in that corner where it's like, fuck it, I give up. Right. You know what I mean? And I don't justify anything that Tekashi did because everybody knew he was a buster before he started fucking associated with the Bloods and shit. So why is it such a surprise? Nipsey said it, but it's such a surprise that he told. Like, you should have seen this. This was coming. I seen it a mile away.
I agree with you on that. For sure. Mm-hmm. I agree. So because business is business, right? If Tekashi said, hey, Tragedy, I got $1 million for a feature right now, what you doing?
Because you gotta remember all the people I associate with.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be a fucking, gain. What's that old saying? I'm gonna gain the world and lose my soul in the process. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna be that guy. It's foolish to even think that way. To be honest, it's really foolish of me to even think that way. But at the end of the day, I still gotta walk these fucking streets. You know what I mean?
Right.
I still gotta pull up to these fucking neighborhoods and shit. You know what I mean? I still got family that lives in my fucking neighborhood.
Right. I mean,
And associating with someone like that automatically, that's pretty much the end of me. And if it's $1 million, you can't do much with that shit after taxes. You know what I mean? I gotta live forever.
he gonna give you,
You know what I mean?
he gonna give you $1 million cash.
I couldn't. Honest to God, I couldn't do it. It's tempting. I'm not gonna lie. It's tempting.
Right.
But I personally couldn't do it just for the simple fact that, you know what I mean. If I could turn a million into 10 million, fuck it. But as long as I'm still here, I still gotta fucking drive to work. I still gotta fucking associate with these people because they my family.
It
I can't do it. It's morally incorrect. You know what I mean?
It goes against your morals and principles as a man.
You know what I mean? Because
Understood.
I don't fuck with certain homies because of those choices they made and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna be that snake and shit to go fuck with this cat that put a whole fucking gang in prison. Not just one or two homies and shit. He put a whole fucking gang in prison. You know, FBI type shit, you know, federal charges, you know, football numbers. You know, 85 to 90% max before you fucking get a fucking parole here. Fuck that. I can't do it. I can't, you know.
He most definitely did that. He did do that for sure. That is a fact. That's one thing we do know. So,
I mean, he wants to come to me right now because come do this. At the end of the day, all the real shooters, all the real killers that he's pissed off. Nah. But this ain't got no name. Rest in peace, Nipsey. But this ain't got no fucking name.
You're absolutely right.
You know?
You are absolutely right. And
you know, but Wack, I'm gonna just say this real quick. I have to say this.
Go ahead.
Look, I'm official. Mm-hmm. Motherfuckers, they know me. Whether it's the good or the bad, they know me. Or the ugly. Motherfuckers know me.
Right.
And that neighborhood that he claims, you know, Bacoma, Piru, I got homies from Project Boys. Project Boys is it's a Mexican gang in the same vicinity where their worst fucking enemies.
Oh, they share the same neighborhood.
Correct.
Okay.
They call it the Vietnams, the Noms and shit. You know what I mean? The Noms, the the Project Boys, they call that shit the Paca projects. You know, the Mexicans call Pacoma Pacas.
It's the same project though.
Correct.
Okay, got you.
I seen Wack when my homeboy, you know, rest in peace, Lil Froggy and his brother, you know, rest in peace, Pimpin', you know, fucking Pimpin' from over there. They're all from the same project, same neighborhood, all Valley boys, 818, you know, shout out to the 818. Mm-hmm. And this is around the time, you know, shout out to Spider Low too. Spider was the first one to ever bring up the homie Pooh Rider, rest in peace, and Wack on the song.
Where this Pooh?
You know, Wack and Pooh Rider, my niggas from 2 Ps. Okay. You know what I mean? And I happened to be up in the project. I had just got a placement. I was home. I had a little female that had a car. The homie Lil Froggy had just got out of fucking out of camp. I mean out of placement. He came home, calls me up. Hey, whenever you get a chance, if you get a ride down here, homie, come to my neighborhood. You know, you're always good over here. Mm-hmm. Say no more. I'll be over there this weekend. What do you want me to bring? I go out there. We're chilling or whatever. We're just chopping it up about all the homies that we kicked it with that got locked up, that ended up in prison, that are dead now type shit. Mm-hmm. And we're chopping it up and I'm sitting down, you know, I'm sitting on a chair, the homie sitting on the porch, you know, and I just noticed that his attention wasn't on me anymore. It was over my shoulder.
Right.
And after a minute, you know, it turned into, you know what I mean? And then it was like, what the fuck? You know, I get up. And the homie right away, hey, you know what I mean? It turns into disrespect and shit. The dudes walking away. Oh, yeah, you know, Pyro. Yeah. They walking away. The homie was like, nah, fuck, blah, 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 blah. They doing their shit, doing their foolishness, you know, repping their shit. Hey, go get the motherfucker comes back. They lay the demonstration down, chase them down the street. The homie says, come on, you from the hood too now. So we're chasing after these cats. Mm-hmm. And I'm running behind this dude talking about, I ain't from fucking Pacoima.
What the hell?
I'm towards. I'm just visiting.
Right.
So long story short, the dudes get off. They take off. One of the dudes happened to, you know, drop his keys or phone, whatever the fuck it might have been. We go back. They tell me, hey, you know, sorry about that. This is what happens. This is what it is. They explain to me the politics that was going on. Okay, cool. Understandable. But why the fuck am I involved in this shit? That was that.
Right.
I was there probably possibly another hour. And what I'm saying is probably gonna get me in some shit. I don't give a fuck though. I'm tragedy. I'm not hard to find, and I don't hide for nobody.
We don't want you in we don't want you in no bullshit though, man.
Never, you know, I'm me. Period. I'm a father before anything.
Go ahead, speak your mind, man.
I'm a man. I'm a father. I still got that in me.
Right.
Long story short, a female comes back discreetly, looking around, doing all this shit, looking cute, doing this, acting cute. The homies caught on to that shit. Hey, bitch, come here. Fucking runs away. Hey, you go. They 2 females chasing after this girl. They grab her, start whooping her fucking ass. Here comes a car. They jump out. The homies this time laid down the demonstration. Like this time, it wasn't no chasing, no running. This time, 4th of July on a fucking May afternoon. I mean, actually a May night. You know what I mean? Like that was gonna find out later. The main one doing all the running was the hardcore motherfucker named Wack100.
Oh wow.
And when he was telling the story about that night, and I happened to be there, shout out to Pooh Rider, rest in peace, Pooh. I'm looking at that situation like, that sounds awfully fucking familiar. And it got to the point where I was just ready to fucking blow up. I just got up and fucking walked away, smoked a cigarette, because I was ready to, shut the fuck up, you lying ass bitch. Like, you lying like a motherfucker.
Wait, you say, wait, hold on, time out. You heard him tell a story like publicly somewhere?
No, telling, I happened to be at a certain, Death Row record little function before it collapsed completely.
Oh, okay.
And he was telling that story about this one time, about the essays, and he just said some shit like, yeah, in my hood, we beef with the essays and shit, but we fuck with certain essays.
So you hear him,
and he started telling the story, and I'm thinking like, I forgot all about it. I forgot all about that story, and he's saying that story. I'm like, you lying, you lying, motherfucker! Like, they got somebody. I swear, they got some of my daughter's fucking life. That's on my daughter's life that I just got discreetly lit up and fucking grab my Newport, let it up, walked away. I'm like, you know what I mean? I had to fucking really calm down and shit, because I was ready to go in the bed. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? You lying piece of shit.
Oh yeah, nah, yeah.
I'm tragedy. You know what I mean? I'm tragedy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. You know what I mean? That being said, I'm saying like Wack is never been that guy. He's whatever he's claiming is working for him. So if that's the avenue you have to fucking go through and walk through to make it where you're at today in the position, because you're in that motherfucker's in a great position. One of the fucking greatest worst rappers in the fucking world, but the hottest rapper in the world, Blueface fucking whatever his fucking name is, Blueface Money, whatever his name is, Schoolyard.
Blueface Bleed him.
Blueface Bleed him. Thank you. That's his artist. Savvy, I don't know if Savvy Third was still with. I like Savvy Third.
Savvy Third is dope. I don't
think far as fuck.
Savvy Third is not with him no more.
Real recognize real.
He got Blueface, and I know he got True Car over there too. And he has a True Car that had the single, he had the song Outside. You be in the crib, I be outside.
I probably have to listen to it. It sounds familiar, but I possibly.
Right. Then he got another like Hispanic group. I can't remember their name, but I don't even know what they sing, but I do know he got like a Hispanic group too.
Let me turn on the light real quick. All right.
Yeah, he got like a Hispanic group over there too. I really don't know too much about him, but I know he got them artists over there,
No, I'm gonna have to check that out, because I mean, to be honest, at this point, especially being at a full, fucking rap retirement. Yeah. At this point, I need to see my competition. You know what I mean? I gotta see the competition. And there's a couple, Hispanic, I'm not gonna say Mexican rappers, but there's a couple of Hispanic rappers out there that are making noise, and they're actually pretty popular. But I listen to their music. Like I said before, it's not for me, and there's an audience for it, but no. Like I'll rap all those motherfuckers. Just keep it real. I'll rap them.
So you saying you'll out rap every other Mexican rapper out?
Line them up.
Well, you heard what Tragedy just said, man. I said
line it up.
He said it. Not me. These are the words of Tragedy, the boss, man. Any Hispanic rapper out there, line them up, he taking your head right off.
Like Soldier Slim said, if you can stop me from talking, homie, bust me in my mouth. You know.
Speaking of Soldier Slim, do you have a specific connection to New Orleans?
Big connection. Big connection.
How you get connected down there?
And for one, being a Saints fan. You know what I mean? For one, being a Saints fan. For two, Mardi Gras. And for three, the music. Right. You know what I mean? And I have family lives in Houston and shit. And periodically I will go visit them and then, drive to New Orleans or fly to New Orleans or whatever, because it's a bit of a drive. Mm-hmm. And that's how, I ended up meeting the twins, which are Magnolia legends. Mm-hmm. These are Magnolia Project legends.
Shout them out. What's their name?
Shadan, Kareem and Shadan. They're also called the Magnolia Militia. They rap too. They just in retirement a little bit. But you ever seen the movie Hood to Hood? Those ghetto ass documentaries? Did you ever see the New Orleans one?
Yep, sure did.
That's them, the twins.
Oh, they on? Okay, gotcha.
That's them. Matter of fact, I actually got the okay from them. And the song that I did, I was promoting it for a little bit on my Instagram. The song that I did with homie Fudge Juice called What You Rap About. Mm-hmm. These motherfuckers make me laugh. But all that dumb shit they say up in their raps. I really think you little busts need to watch your mouth before you have some real goons waiting in front of your house. You got guns? Well, go and bring them things out. The homies that you say you wrote with us, bring them out. The clique you say you're from, messing, y'all go bring them out. And we gonna really see if y'all really about what y'all rap about. And, the whole concept of that song, it got to the point where it was like, I need some real grimy shit at the end, at the outro. Mm-hmm. And I ended up sampling the homies' interview from that DVD when they talking about, all these New Orleans rappers talking about busting your head and niggas in the hallways busting your fucking head. Nigga, we do that shit. And the other homies like, we ain't about no fucking rapping, nigga, we do that. You know what I mean? So I ended up using that as the outro in the fucking on the song and shit. I'll send it to you so you can check it out.
Yeah, let me.
But that was but the connection in the Orleans, it really started. It started on some football and music shit, because I can possibly name every single rapper from New Orleans and their albums and all that shit before I can name every rapper from LA. And to be honest.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Magnolia Levy. That's a good dude and shit.
Shout out to my dog, man. Shout out to my dog, man. My bro, Magnolia Levy, man. That's my boy.
It's crazy. Once upon a time, when because I was a fan of New Orleans rap before Juvenile and Cash Money in them. Mm-hmm. I was a fan with the UNLV days. The fucking this other dude called Dolomite, G Slim. Mm-hmm. Who else? Partisan Crime a little bit, but they were still bounce music. The bounce music is cool, no disrespect, but
bounce was gangster back then, though. It was much more gangster than
what they make nigga. With the Cali yo, that was gangster bounce. It was gangster bounce and shit. Mm-hmm. But I was a big fan. I was a big fan of all of that prior. So when Juvenile came out and he's talking about Nolly Boy and he got the shit on his arms and shit. Mm-hmm. Me and my homies used to go as far as writing Nolly Boys on our fucking arms and shit. Talking about we're from the Magnolia. we from the Magnolia. We from Torrance and shit. We're talking we from the Magnolia though. You know what I mean? So when I met the homies and shit, you know what I mean? I met them out there on some regular shit. You know what I mean? And this was during the MySpace days, and we fucking started following each other on MySpace, and they started coming out here. And whenever they came out here, I'll meet up with them and shit like that. I'll go out there, I'll meet up with them, and situation like that. So eventually, like I said, a little connection of the music and the rap shit. I mean, the music and the football shit turned into like an actual friendship. So the homies already know. Whenever they come out here, they already know. All they gotta do is hit me up. You know what I mean?
Right.
All they gotta do is call me. I'll be there. Shit. If there's nothing going on that night, I'll make something happen that night. You know what I mean? We gonna enjoy. What California and LA has to offer.
Right.
You know what I mean? But New Orleans and shit. Someone really needs to make a documentary about the actual, not no fucking gangland shit. Shout outs, like I said, shout outs to Levy. But I'm pretty sure that there could be a whole movie could be made about the original Hotboys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
sure.
The homies and shit, the homie, the twins, the Kareem and Shadan and shit. Mm-hmm. Whenever I talk to them, and I try not to do it so much, but I be asking hella fucking questions. I'll be asking hella fucking question and shit. Hey, so you knew Gangsta, you knew fucking Sterling and Mosquito and shit. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? They'll tell me, they'll share the stories with me. But I'll try my best not to ask so much though, because I don't want to sound like a fucking groupie or a fucking FBI agent. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, they don't. Man, if they just understood like how we looked at them, the same way they probably looked at Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society.
We looked at baller blocking.
Yeah, you know, it's the same concept.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we get of age and we can ask the questions we always wanted to ask, and we meet people that knew these guys that we heard about in all this music, we want to know. But like you said, I can't ask you too many questions, man. You might get top of something, man. I'm just asking.
Yeah. And these are people that I really consider like friends. These are my actual partners. These are my I shouted them out on my Instagram talking about, oh, these are my daughter's uncles.
Right.
And like I said, you know, that's a powerful statement right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me to know, because we've been out here on some gangster shit. You know what I mean? I've been out there on some gangster shit. You know what I mean? I know these are really, they're really down with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I know I got that comfort level with them, but at the same time, like you said, like I said, it's shit like, you don't want to do too much, you know, because you start looking like a fucking FBI agent. Like, you all right, nigga, you know what? Prank caller. Don't call here no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Soulja Slim, to me, how do I say this without sounding fucking like a groupie or gay?
He's a Tupac of New Orleans.
Soulja Slim was somebody that I could relate to. Him and Turk, but Turk is a bitch. And I'll tell you why Turk is a bitch.
Hey, oh, damn.
Shout out to Levy, but Turk is a bitch.
Hey,
and I'll tell you this.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out, man. What Turk do, man?
I'll tell you, I'll get into that right now.
All right.
So Slim, I bought Soulja Slim CD by mistake. I wanted a True album. The thing was called the Goodfellas. The one with Hootie Who on it.
What you bought?
How you like me now? Goatee when I smile, trying to take me up together, but I'm still buck wild. Buckle up, nigga, buckle up. You remember? Hootie Who? That's a sound for the killers.
Yeah.
I bought the Soulja Slim album by mistake. My cousin and shit. I don't know if you ever been to the Lama Window.
Yeah, for sure.
For a minute, the only shop that sold like rap CDs was owned by my cousin Head On.
And Swami?
At the Lama Swami.
Okay.
And you probably remember he's a heavy set dude. He lost a lot of weight now, but he was a heavy set dude. He was the only guy that had the only spot where you could go and buy your CDs from the Lama Window. And I went up there and I asked him, I want that fucking Hootie Who CD. And I don't think he knew what song I was talking about, but he was all there for New Orleans, you know, Master P and them. So he went and grabbed like the first Master P CD that he could find probably, and they happened to be Soulja Slim. Give it to him raw. No, the first No Limit album, and this is 98, 99. So he gave me that CD and shit, and that's when CD players were damn near $100 and shit, $200 sometimes and shit. And I had a cheap ass Kobe one and shit that I stole. Yeah, I stole that shit. And I'm listening to that shit. I listened to the whole fucking album, and it wasn't no fucking Hootie Who on that fucking album, but I liked it.
Right.
And they had that song, Mama Pray for Your Baby. Mama, I love you because you made it. But pray for your baby because the ghetto got me crazy. And that song right there, because I was already getting to that point where I was already, you know what I mean? I was already off the porch like the NO food say shit. And I was already slowly but surely getting ready to jump off that motherfucker and land on my stomach.
You was there.
I was already there. So listening to that song and shit early on was just, it hit me in the heart. Like this is like, I'm sorry, Mom, but this is me, you know. this is who I am. This is who I'm gonna be. I already knew what the fuck I was gonna be at the time. You know what I mean? And then all that bullshit happened with the homie and all that told you in the past, the last interview.
Go watch part one.
Yeah. So I connected with Soulja Slim right away. And whenever I used to go check for him, you know what I mean? Like you go to Warehouse Music and shit, when you go ask Warehouse Music, hey, I want the new Juvenile CD, or is Juvenile coming out with a new album? Oh, Juvenile got another album coming out, so-and-so.
Yeah.
Hey, I want the new Soulja Slim album. I don't think he's coming out anything right now since he's in jail. So I'm like, oh shit. A couple years go by and shit. I happen to go up there again. Man, you got Soulja Slim? Oh yeah, you got a CD called The Streets Maybe. I want that shit. So wow. That a little bit, I connected with his music more and more and more. And then there was one specific line where he said, if it wasn't for incarceration, I would have been rich. You know what I mean? And that was one thing that I was able to connect with, because if it wasn't for incarceration and drugs and shit, I would have been made it. You know, I had plenty of opportunities to make it, but I was just a junkie. I was active. You know, DJ Quid wanted to sign me, but the homie that brought me to him, you know, told him, "Oh yeah, it's my homie. I was telling you about the rap." He was like, "Oh yeah," he was like, "What's up, little homie? So you still in the streets?" And I'm like, "Yeah," They're like, "Yeah, the homie ready with the business." Blah, blah, blah. DJ Quick said, "I can't fuck with you, bro."
He needed a real artist. You in the streets.
Walks away, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Couldn't find out later. You know, a couple of years later, I got older, and I asked the homie, "Hey, what was up with that?" He was like, he had just lost Mossberg. Mossberg had just died. So it was a situation where he invested so much money and time in Mossberg, he wasn't gonna fuck with me. You know what I mean?
R.I.P. Mossberg.
R.I.P. Mossberg, Big Tiny. You know, shout out to the homie 6 million, his brother. You know, I heard nothing but good stories about Mossberg and shit. You know, I knew some people that actually knew him, and he was that guy. Right. But also he was a great dude from my ear and shit. So, you know, shit, I'm connected with him. I'm connected to Mossberg, to a lot of his family and friends and shit. So, you know, shout out to Mossberg. It would have been an honor to meet him, but we didn't get there.
Right. What happened? Why you got an issue with Turk?
For one, he's a bitch, and I'll tell you why. I bought his book. I bought his book. I read it, and it was bullshit. Like I don't recommend. I'm a bookworm. You know what I mean? I put it out there. I love reading.
Right. I got a few books myself.
Read up jump. If you're a blues fan, read Jump the Devil by it's about Robert Lee Johnson.
Okay.
Me and the devil in the crossroads. I'm gonna beat my woman till I'm satisfied. All that shit. Yeah, that one. He the devil man, they call him, the devil's blues man, whatever. They had a lot of names for him, but that was a great book. Let's read that. If you haven't read it, I'll give you my copy.
Okay, got you. Yeah,
because I'm that kind of person that if I read a good book and I know you like books, we'll swap books. So here,
I'm with that. I appreciate it.
You know, read also another book to read, and I gotta finish it and I gotta live by it, but I still haven't done it. It's Eat to Live by Minister Farrakhan.
I haven't even, everybody been they that was on the list. I haven't even bought that one yet, bro.
I got that. If you need it, I got you.
Yeah, I haven't. For sure.
But that's definitely something that I'm ready to turn Muslim, to be honest. Because to be honest.
Wait, you said Turk book was what made Turk's book not good?
For one, I'm guessing because I guess what we as fans really wanted to see and hear, he didn't get to that point. Everything was more about, I used to do coke and heroin. He says I did coke and heroin about 20, 30, 40 fucking times in that book. I swear to God. The story that he was bringing up, he didn't bring up any real Cash Money stories at all. As fans, we want to hear the Cash Money stories, because I know you and Lil Wayne and BG fucking ran trains on females and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know you motherfuckers were fucking drug addicts and shit. All you except for you know BG and Turk. I mean BG and Wayne, but everybody was from the projects. You gotta have some fucking project horror stories. You know what I mean? Magnolia Shorty, rest in peace, was the one that helped him get that deal with Cash Money. He doesn't bring Magnolia Shorty up. So everybody that should have been in that fucking book, every story that should have been on that book wasn't in that book. It was focused more on his fucking rehabilitation and drug abuse. You know what I mean? Which is commendable.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I don't want to hear that fucking bullshit. I want to hear about how you and BG met, how you and Wayne became best friends, or so you say. And that was that. That's how the conversation, you know what I mean? The book, I just ended up reading it. I finished it from front end to end, from the front to the end. And I was very, very disappointed. So I sent him a message on Instagram. And I said I was expecting more. I was expecting more from this book, but it was a good book, and I give him a thumbs up. And he said, "Oh, little nigga." He called me little nigga. Yeah. No, not anything with little nigga. He called me little boy. Oh. He said, little boy, learn about how I became this man, not the man I used to be. And I'm like, you know what? He's a buster. That's what I learned from him. He's a buster. He read it, didn't respond, didn't block me, nothing. And I just left. I was like, fuck that book. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me go get that book real quick. Hold on.
It's tragedy, man.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how mad I was. Right. This is Turk's book.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The autobiography of Turk. Right. When he said that shit, I threw that shit so fucking hard out the window. It broke my window. Look at this shit. That's from how mad I got.
What?
Look at this shit.
Why you get so mad, man?
I was a fan of Turk.
Man.
And another reason why, you know what I mean? I said I related to Soulja Slim because of the whole what he said, you know, because he was really bucked about that life.
Right.
And that kind of stunt his growth a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Turk, I related to Turk. I always felt like I related to Turk because he was a drug addict, like I was a drug addict.
Mm-hmm.
He had talent, but the drugs, you know, kept him away.
Mm-hmm.
Same as me. I could relate to him.
Got you. Understood.
I can't relate to Snoop Dogg because he was never in the street. I can't relate to Game because he's all make believe. I can relate to Turk. I can relate to Soulja Slim. You know what I mean? I can relate to them.
Okay.
So hearing this from a fucking
shout out Uncle Snoop. I love Snoop. Shout out Uncle Snoop, man. I love Snoop. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Finish it. My bad though.
But you know what I mean? Like at least see how fucked up this book is.
I know. I get what you're saying, man. You was a fan. You was just highly disappointed. In other words,
very disappointed. And I expected more, but I still said it was a good book. And he called me a little boy. You don't call me a little boy, motherfucker. I'm a grown ass fucking man. Right. I was already in my 30s with a child. You know, and fuck you. So you see the passion.
So
I'm telling you.
How did that song, that new song y'all got?
Now fuck that. I want to talk more about Turk.
Finish it off.
My bad. No disrespect. Let me tell you this. Why I got to the point that I said you're a bitch, that he's a bitch. Mm-hmm. I hit him up again and shit, and I told him again and shit because I wanted, when I was really trying to get back into music shit, I hit him up and I asked him, how much for a verse. By that point, it was already like, yeah, it is what it is. I'm just a fucking disgruntled fan. Mm-hmm. I hit him up. I asked him and shit, how much for a verse, and he said 10,000. But if you ain't got it, don't bother me. What? 10,000. You're not worth 10,000. I'll get Lil Wayne 10,000, and I'll wash all his cars for the next year and shit. You're not worth 10,000, partner. Sorry, you're not worth 10,000. Shout out to Levy. He might not like what I'm saying about it because Turk is his people and shit. But shout out to Levy. But this is just me. You know what I mean? It's a disgruntled fucking fan. Right. So these are all slaps in the face. They're all like straight spit in the face. He did a couple more things that I was just like, I ain't fucking with this guy no more. I don't fuck with him to begin with. He don't fuck with me to begin with anyway. So I ain't tripping. And one particular day, he posted something on his Instagram that really ruffled my feathers as far as being a street dude. Mm-hmm. Talking shit about Birdman and shit about how nobody came and wished him gave him condolences for fucking his dad dying and shit, you know what I mean? And even Juvenile wasn't fucking with him and shit. Like he said he went to the club and seen Juvie and tried to shake Juvie's hand. Juvie was like, nah, get the fuck out of here, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And he did a long ass fucking live and fucking, just talking shit nonstop. And he's talking about just being a little crybaby. And as a street dude and as a fan, I left a message on this shit talking about me like, you love these fools, but you hate them. You're following them around with cameras, trying to do videos while they trying to do videos and shit. Like, they can knock it off. Like, they either you love them or you hate them. Fuck off they nuts. They don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with them. He blocked me. He blocked me.
Yeah, you keep talking shit.
So at that point, I was like, like at the end of the day, you know what I mean? But I'm always gonna be a Turk fan because, like I said, I always felt like I could relate to him. Right. But at this point in time in life, you know what I mean? I guess, Instagram and shit, all that shit will show you, will show you that, people's true colors. Either they're going to show you they're solid people or they're going to show you they're fucking cornballs. Before I had my daughter, I had a previous Instagram. Before I had my daughter, I was that Fly Guy tragedy before the tragedy been Fly. In that particular Instagram, I was showing money off and shit. I was showing cars. I was showing guns and shit. I'm in the hood. I'm over here fucking middle finger to the enemies, gang sign and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But once I had my daughter, and I realized like I'm a cornball, like I'm a complete fucking. I'm wondering how many people laughed at me. You see nowadays I don't know how you call that growth, But then you look at my Instagram now, this is fucking 90% my daughter.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's 90% her. You know what I mean? And it's one of them things and shit where I guess, you know, I just had to grow up. You know what I mean? I had to grow up. And I think that's what hurt my feelings about this man and shit, because, you know, you would expect a fan like that. You know what I mean? He could have just said some shit like, you know, it was too graphic, it would have been too boring. I would, you know, it's stories I already told. You know what I mean? They could have easily said that, but little boy, you know, little boy, really?
Yeah,
like, If he would have said boy, I would have been like, okay, whatever. That's a down south slang. But you put the little in front of boy, so now it's like you're sunning me. Like, nah, I ain't fucking with you.
I get
And then 10,000 for a verse. Fuck out of here. I'll give BG 10,000.
free BG.
Free BG. I'm sorry. Yeah, we spent too much time on Turk. Fuck Turk.
Hey, so
yeah, good.
That song, is you Bandana? Is Main Meezy on there too?
Man, Meezy's on there and Too Swift. I don't even remember Too Swift from back in the days.
No, I don't. I'm not.
The only way to remind you of Too Swift, he's been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Is that song John Doe by Shay Shiest, DJ Quick, AMG, High C, Too Swift. You know, I'm the answer like L and I. Remember that?
I can't think.
It's John Doe out the window, no return fire because they too slow.
I don't
remember
know.
that shit? What's the dilly? Because we kill for a living. You don't remember that shit?
I can't think. How did y'all?
It's called John Doe by Shay Shiest.
How y'all? I remember Shay Shiest. Shay Shiest had he had a hit. He had what was
this
he?
Is where I want to be
with Nate Dogg.
Yeah, this is where I want to be, and he had when I wake up in the morning. And you remember this shit? It was when Nate Dogg too. See, this is for my people.
What?
Yeah, but
how y'all come up with that song though?
Shit, to be honest, that was organic. Really, it wasn't organic. So it wasn't something that I don't think that any of us really expected. Because the night prior to that session, you know, Bandana hit me up and he had told me, "Hey, I'm gonna send you. So give me your email. I'm gonna send you a track." Because me and Bandana, after all these fucking years, that's the first song we ever got on together.
Right.
And I known him for years.
Right.
And he sent me. He's talking about, I'm gonna send you some shit. I'm gonna help you. You know, fucking develop your craft a little more.
Right.
He sent me a whole different beat, and I'm at work the whole day just writing the shit, right into it. And then he hits me up talking about, "Hey, we're gonna go a different route. This is what we're gonna do now." So he sent me a whole different other beat. And I didn't even realize that he had sent me a new beat. And then later on, he's talking about, "Hey, you got something for that more bounce song?" I'm like, "The fuck? I've been writing to this shit all fucking day." And the homie was like, "Oh no, we ain't doing that no more. You didn't read my message." So when I pulled up to the studio and shit in Linwood, the beat's playing, and it's a whole different fucking song. So I had to write that shit real fucking fast and shit. "You got your verse?" "Oh yeah, I had it. I wrote it earlier today." That shit, I wrote that fucking verse. I swear. Well, it's not even a whole verse. It's like 8 bars.
Mm-hmm.
But I wrote, all of us got 8 bars in that shit. But I wrote those 8 bars, and I swear to God, like in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? It turned out to be a pretty solid banger and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. You still haven't checked? You haven't seen that shit?
Yeah, I seen.
I think matter of fact.
Who did the beat to it?
Man, Meezy bought it. It was one of his people who made that beat. I'm not 100% sure who exactly made that shit, but it was definitely one of his people.
And that's Bandana on the hook, ain't it?
Yeah, that's Bandana on the hook.
Yeah, that's
Bandana.
Like they got, like he was on there singing. I said this one hot. Y'all had the low riders out there and all that.
Yeah, that auto-tune is a motherfucker.
The auto-tune got the boy sounding like Al Green around this thing.
Yeah, man, but
when y'all working on a
you know, you say it again?
What y'all working on? You working on a new project? What happened to the last part? What was it? Late Night Thug?
Late Night Thug in the prequel.
Yeah.
Shit. You know what? To be honest, and shit, it's just so much shit that's happened. Like, without boring you too much with my life story, I got put on child support for no fucking reason. Even though I was taking care of my daughter and shit. I've been taking care of my daughter. You know, but just, you know how females can be sometimes and shit.
I'm sorry.
You know, and it was just a bunch of shit, you know, personal shit started happening that just kind of, you know, left me a little, you know, like put a sour taste in my mouth about everything in life. And, you know, but I got a daughter, I got to be a father regardless and shit of the obstacles in life. So I have to man the fuck back up and shit and just like, I ain't gonna let this bullshit, you know, stop me from doing shit.
Right.
And on top of that, I was trying to put the documentary together, which I still have all the footage and I still have to finish it. I'm probably gonna finish it regardless. But a lot of people that I reached out to, and I thank you, with all my heart, I thank you because you submitted your drop, and I thank you for that.
No problem at all, bro.
But there was a lot of people that I've been there forever for, that I bought their mixtapes. I've been to their shows. I acted as the cameraman. I did a lot for them. I asked them for a simple 15-second drop. A lot of them just, I'll get back to you. I'll get that for you. No one hit me back up. And that left me feeling like, you know what? These dudes don't owe me anything to begin with, so I can't be mad at them. But at the same time, though, I've been at your shows, you know what I mean? I spent my money to get in those I didn't get in for free. I spent money to get in these fucking shows. I spent money on mixtapes. I spent money on merchandise and shit. I could have tried to get it for free. They probably would have gave it to me for free. But I didn't do that. I'm supporting.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? So a lot of these dudes just on some I'm not gonna say they were like, oh fuck that, I ain't got time for that bullshit. They just didn't really give no fucks, you know what I mean? And I'm not mad at them. I'm really not mad at them. I'm just disappointed in myself that I expected so much from so many people just because of the strength of me looking out for them. So that was another, life's obstacle that just put me in a situation where, man, I ain't doing this bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done. You know what I mean? This is the reason why I stopped doing this bullshit to begin with. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I ended up getting back at it because my homeboy, I had the homie Fudge Dudes put out his fucking his album out. Shout out to homie Fudge. I encourage everybody to go check his shit out.
Fudge Dudes.
He put out his album called Shit Just Got Real Volume 2. And this particular song that we did called For the Money. It was actually my song. But I sent it to him and the homie. You ever heard of Big Tut?
Big Tut. He's not from out. Is he from like San Diego somewhere?
No, he's from Linwood, but he was fucking with Ron Kind. He was fucking with Mitch Slicking him.
That's okay. Gotcha. Okay.
He was on that song. I won't stop beating the blood, but he's from Linwood.
Okay.
Big Tub G with 2 P's in it. Big Tub with 2 P's.
Okay.
It was a song that I sent to them to go, to do a, just a, feature, but it was years back and shit. But I ended up, I think all of us just moved on with life. But one day he found it. He sends me the video of him. He found the files, and he said, "Man, look what I just found. I'm gonna fuck with it right now." So that shit was the one that put me back on the loop. Like, I gotta fuck this. I'm getting back in the studio. I'm hard as fuck. I heard this shit. I'm like, Jesus. I even threw in Soulja Slim in that song. What Soulja Slim say? Hustleness, I had it. Over dreaming, living magic. Money turned me to a savage. Send my bitch out of town, share with the package. In the club, I'm turned up. In the parking lot, I'm chain snatching.
Hey,
Pawn shots love me. I bring them all the fly shit. Jesus pieces go for cheap. I might just give them to the click. I'm from the lottery. I've never been into the signing shit. Every lick I ever hit, investment on another brick. So when I heard that shit, and these are bars from 2015, 2016, 2017 and shit. It's an old ass bars. I can't remember exactly when I actually wrote that. But once I heard that, it was like, nah, I ain't giving up. I can't give up. You know what I mean? Because I already had so much material already laid down and shit. Like, I found all my stuff. The homie wasn't ready to invest in. You gotta go?
Right.
You gotta go?
Nah, you good. Go ahead. Hold on. What'd you say? I don't know. I don't got him. Nah, I gave him. You got him. He's mine right here.
That's your mama?
Yeah. He had moved her car. She don't know where her keys at. Women, they don't move their car when they're sleeping and shit. They get
Yeah, but when I heard that shit, when I heard that song, I automatically got back in it. Like, nah, I can't just give up now. I already made it too far. And I remember what Nipsey said. And I was actually there the first time he ever said it. And he said another interview that just became real powerful. He said sometimes it's easier to keep going to where you're trying to get them than go back to where you started from and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's one of the things I actually heard him say when he was first. I think that was before the rape, but I think they had just. I think they couldn't pay the rent or something. I really can't remember exactly what the problem was, but I happened to be right there at the store. When it was still Slots and Tees.
This was a year. This was a long time ago.
Long time ago, and I think they couldn't pay the rent or something, and they were like, "Just fuck it, like just pack everything up and we'll sell this shit online or some shit." And Nipsey said that shit. Like, man, fucking, it's easier to keep going, homie. Like he said it to everybody in the room, and I was there. It's easier to go forward than go backwards and shit. He was like, it's gonna take longer to get back to where the fuck we started from. We're almost there to where we're trying to get.
How did you meet?
Say it again.
How did you meet Nip?
Some gangster shit.
Oh boy, man.
Like, I'm gonna share that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
There's another thing I want to talk about. But my homie Lil Kanky Blue from 60 Crip, Savage. I'm sad to say, but the homie got double life right now. You know, I met him being locked up, and you know, we were solid, real tight. We were like best friends and fucking when we were locked up together. I come home. Actually, he came home first. And when he came home, he gave me his number. He said, when you come home, hit me up. Anything you need, I got you.
Right.
So I think about 2 weeks after I got out, it was like 2006, 2005, 2006. I come home and I found his number in my belongings and I called him up. And he said, oh yeah, come to the hood. And he lived down there like for 59th and like, I want to say like West or something down that way. It's just smack dead in the middle of the fucking 60s. I go down there. I get off the bus. For one, I get off of the wrong fucking bus. And I ended up having to walk from like Harvard Park from the Brims down to the 60s. And when I'm walking down the street and I'm crossing, I'm never gonna forget, it was like an old ass like a Thunderbird. And I'm crossing the streets, I already see the dudes fucking staring at me, doing all the fucking foolishness and shit. So when I get to the corner of 59th and Crenshaw, Nipsey and the homie Esco, rest in peace, jump out the cars. And they got the pistols out. It's like, what's up, nigga? Where you from, cuz?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't from around here. Homie like, nah, nigga, where the fuck you from, though? And I'm like, man, I'm tragedy. I'm from East Side Torrance. And he was like, so what, nigga? What the fuck you doing in the hood, homie? And shit like that. And I was like, man, I'm here for khaki blue. Yeah. Well, I'm saying khaki blue. The dude in the background was like, oh, yeah, you here for khaki blue, nigga? Yeah. Hey, what up, cuz? What's up, hood? Hey, cuz, you know this nigga, what they call you, homie? Like, I'm tragedy. He was like, you know some nigga named Tragedy? Oh, yeah, the only nigga I know from Tragedy from East Side Torrance and shit. Why? He was like, oh, because I got that nigga right here. I was like, oh, no, cut the homie. Hey, stall that nigga out. Yeah. I'm looking at him like, thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
Right.
So once I saw that, it was like, you know, when he was like, hey, one of them was like, hey, get on me a ride. And I'm like, shit, I ain't getting in the fucking car with these crazy ass fucking Crips. You know what I mean? So I'm getting ready to start walking, and it was Nipsey. Nipsey was the one that was like, hey, cuz, get in the car. And I said, I ain't getting in the car with y'all. He said, homie, come on, we're gonna drive you to the homie spot. I get in the car again. I ended up in the front seat. They make a U-turn, they drive me down 59th, and then one of them, the dude in the back, I don't know who it was, but someone just tapped me on my shoulder. But what's up? He was like, he pointed out the window. He was like, you still want to walk, nigga? There was about 20 motherfucking Crips just hanging out and shit out there. Blue rags, S hats, Dodger jerseys, you know, white t-shirt, blue chucks, everything. I'm like, hey, I appreciate the ride, fellas. Thank y'all. You know, I appreciate the ride.
Right.
And after they dropped me off in front of Khaki Blue's house and they jumped out, they chopping it up. And hey, I was in YA with this dude and shit. Then I met him in there. You know, he was cool as fuck. He could rap and blah, blah, blah. And they chopped it. All right, homie, for sure. And we shake hands with everybody. He was like, hey, for sure. Well, niggas, next time you in the hood, homie, we'll chop it up. They take off with the homie, you know, and he was like, hey, what happened? I told him, he was like, oh, nigga, they could have had you, homie. Them niggas right there, the shooters. You know, they the shooters. So I made sure to tap in. Every time I went out there, I tapped in. And this one particular night, I think it was Cuzzy Capone. But we happened to be right there by the shell. And they start rapping. And the homie Khaki was like, you know, what's up? He was like, so I get in, I start fucking freestyling. And when in the middle of doing that, Nipsey just comes next to me, puts his arm around me, and they're like, you know, doing all this shit. Yeah. And when he was over, he tells me, nigga, tall as fuck and shit. I'm fucking 5'10". That motherfucker was like 6'3", 6'4". Skinny as fuck. Yeah. Like a RedRum, but skinnier. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he told me, hey, you cuz that fucking the Khaki was telling me about. I'm like, yeah, you the essay nigga he was telling me about. You know, like, yeah, I'm that essay nigga he was telling you about. Yeah. And then he was like, hey, cuz you got bars, homie. You saying some shit. You saying something, homie. I like it. And from there on, you know what I mean, we clicked. So whenever I used to be over there kicking up with Khaki and shit, you know, I used to go before he got locked up, you know, because we was big on the Madden. So, you know, go out there, play Madden, whoop his ass a couple times, this shit come out. They all hanging out right there in 59th. So, you know, that's how me and him, then he became, at the time, he was only Thundercat. He was Thundercat low. and then he became fucking what we know as Nip the Great. You know what I mean?
Nipsey Hussle. Yeah,
Nipsey Hussle. So, but we you know, Nipsey was a real dude, man. Like, I mean, there's a million motherfuckers out there with a million fucking Nipsey Hussle stories. But I was there, you know what I mean? I was there to some of the situations where you could tell they're ready to give up, but they didn't. And, you know, Nip is Snip now. Even though I hate that he's gone and shit. But I'm proud to say that I was there. You know, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the pictures before.
Yeah, I think you had posted. You posted one. Yeah,
I posted one up, and I said it on there. I got so many things I can say about it. I'm just leaving it as this. You know what I mean? Like, but I got invited to the fucking there was like the first All Money In. I think I want to say it was around the time the Marathon Continue came out.
Mm-hmm.
No. It was around the time where when Feeling Myself came out.
Oh,
and he had just gotten advance, and he ended up planning a fucking Miami trip, and I happened to be there when they were talking about the Miami trip. And all these times that I was around him, it was all khaki blue. I was always around khaki blue, hanging out with him, you know, just because of the Madden.
Mm-hmm.
And afterwards and shit, you know, it became a situation where it was like, hey, homie, you want to roll with us? And I'm thinking, I could afford it. I could afford a fucking Miami trip.
Yeah, you got.
But I had an open court case, you know what I mean? I had an open court because I was my PO. My PO was like, she ain't going nowhere, homie. Mm. You are not going anywhere. But they ended up not going to Miami. They ended up going to, I think they might have went to the Bahamas or some shit. But when he came back, that's when he got arrested. And that's when all that crazy shit happened. Okay. Yeah, so I wasn't there for that. I mean, that would have been a hell of an experience, you know? But shout out to Nipsey, man. Shout out to Nipsey. You know, God bless him.
RP Nip. Hey man, before I close out, man, I gotta go make sure, you know, she find her keys. Otherwise, she probably want to take mine. But
yeah,
do me a favor, man. Let the people leave the people with something positive and give them all your info where they can contact you at your Instagram, social media.
I've been talking too much shit tonight. and I do apologize about that.
Man, you tragedy. Hey man, listen, you are who you are, bro. That's one thing I got on you. You're gonna tell how you feel.
It is and shit. Motherfuckers don't like it, but it is what it is. But look, I'm gonna say this. I'm Tragedy the Boss, 93rd Infantry Music. I got a sweater for you too.
Oh yeah, good. Look at
it. Before we go, can I show this real quick?
Go ahead. Yeah.
We got the merchandise being printed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to see it. You see it on there, 93rd Infantry Music.
Yeah.
You know, you got the old school style. I love that shit. You know, you gotta keep the old school alive. 93rd Infantry Music.
Got it.
Right now, there's been one thing that I've learned, and I won't take up more of your time because I know you gotta go. I just gotta end it like this.
Yeah, drop something.
Personally, from my personal experience these past few months, it's just been like a testing time and shit. My transmission broke down in my car. I dropped like $2,300 on that shit. You know what I mean? All that money was invested. It wasn't money that I was planning to invest in the clothing and all that type of shit. And it was just kind of like, I used to always tell my moms that every time that I got up here, God just found a way to fucking smack me down and bring me back down. And I used to always tell my moms, I don't think God likes me very much, or he just likes fucking with me. And, you know, this was one of those times in life where I felt the same way again. You know what I mean? And I hate saying that. And the reason why I say that is because I was questioning. Now I'm not going to question God and shit, but I was questioning like, the fuck did I do to deserve this type of shit? You know what I mean? Like what? I try to be the best person I can be, but this happens. You know what I mean? It makes me angry. So the point where I'm ready to just snap on anybody and anybody can get it type shit. But then I have to remember, I'm a dad. You know what I mean? I'm a dad. Like I have a little girl that looks up to me. You know, not too many people in this world love me, but she loves me. So I have to use that as inspiration. And I got back in the studio. Got angry in the fucking booth. And I dropped 3 other songs that I really fucking put my fucking frustration in those shits. And a couple days later, Bandana invites me to the studio talking about, I want you to do the song with us. Cool. I'm gonna show you how I want you to rap it. And at the end of the day, like, nah, do you. He liked the way I was delivering it because I had that anger in me. You know, he liked the delivery. He said, nah, do your shit. I get invited to another studio spot, another homie of mine that's on his way up. So little by little, just reminding myself, and I say that to say this, just reminding myself, like, nah, you got something to live for. You know, this is all petty shit. You know what I mean? Transmission broke down, so fucking what? throw a match in the tank and call the insurance. Somebody blew your shit up. Fuck it. You know what I mean? So it was just some little ups and downs and shit. You know what I mean? They had to, you know, that they tested me. But at the end of the day, I think I succeeded. You know what I mean? I got through the whole fucking Bobby Dufresne. Not by from the Shawshank Redemption.
Oh yeah, Morgan Freeman.
When Morgan Freeman said Bobby Dufresne, the fucking Andy Dufresne, excuse me, the fucking crawled through a pipe through a fucking tunnel of shit and came out clean at the other end. And that's how I feel now. You know what I mean? I had to remind myself, like, these are minor setbacks. I got my car back running. I've spent more money than I wanted to on a fucking transmission, but it's back running. I'm back at it. So I say all that to say this: you can't give up. At this point in life, in my time in life, there's nothing to give up about, because I still gotta get up every fucking day, slap myself in the ass, wake the fuck up, gotta go to work. I have something to live for nowadays. So this music stuff, once the energy came back, I'm getting hit up from different people talking about how much for a verse. I ain't charging shit for a verse, but let me use your platform. I'll let you use my platform. I got a homegirl in Chicago, you know, Dottie Stacks. You know, I hit her up. She's blowing the fuck up. She had a song. Shout out to homegirl Dottie Stacks. She had a song called called Bird Box. You gotta check that shit out. She's straight from Chicago. Chi-town, beautiful woman.
Her name Dottie Stacks.
You know what I mean? I hit her up. Think it's Dottie Stacks.
Okay.
I hit her up on the Instagram. You know, I've been shouting her out, like calling her my baby mama. I hit her up and, hey, how much for a verse type shit. She said, nah, just send me the track and fucking that's it. So little by little, just that negative energy. And I'm saying all that to say this, my whole point of saying all that, that instant that I just became disillusioned with everything, even life. I was just like fucking mad at life. Like, I can't believe this is happening to me again. I'm going through some bullshit again. Why? As soon as I got rid of that fucking negative energy, all this positive shit is happening again. You know what I mean? Like, I'm actually getting requests from people talking about, I want you on this track. I want you in the song. You know, hey, how much for a verse? I ain't charging shit for verses. Motherfuckers want a verse. Shit, send me the track. We'll get in the studio. I'll do it. But once after the album drops, I'm charging $1,500. And after $1,500, I'm charging $15,000. After $15,000, I'm charging $150,000. No Wayne shit. But as far as now, your verses are free. So we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it as that. And I appreciate you letting me come back on here. It's gonna be a part 3 for sure.
Oh yeah, you know we got a part 3, man. The next one, man, is hopefully real soon is gonna be live, man. So you know, and we gonna have my boy there. It's gonna be, man. We trying to.
Shout out to Emmett, you know, definitely shout out to him. I wish he was on here too, but he's out there being a working man.
Yeah, hey, but
go ahead. The next time we get on this shit, can we fucking talk about shoes? Because I know you got a shoe collection. I can outshoe you. I can outshoe you.
It's over what I got. Hey, listen.
I got some shit in the closet that's gonna make you hate me.
Hey, part 3. I'm on your ass.
Yeah, but before I'm on your ass, Mr. Postman.
Hey, but good looking though, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on. We gonna have part 3 real soon, man. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And can I make a couple of little shout outs?
Go ahead, drop
it. RedRum 781 off top. I love you, my brother. You know, God bless you. You know, we with you. Me, the homie bro, Emmett, we all with you. We ain't even gotta say, you already know we fucking with you every step of the fucking way. You are not walking alone. Bandana the Rag, 93rd Infantry Music, 100 Round Gang, all that good stuff. You know, Magnolia Levy, shout out to Turk too. You know, all that good stuff. Shout out, you know, rest in peace, India Red. That was a good kid. I actually had a chance to meet him. I spoke to him. He was a good kid. You know, we just got caught up. God bless him. But other than that, I'm getting rid of that Tragedy the Boss Instagram. That ain't working for me no more. That this Tragedy Benfly. You know, I ain't gonna spell it because I've been drinking a little bit. Right. I'm gonna spell it wrong. But Tragedy Benfly. Look out for Make It Bounce. Tragedy Memezi, Bandit of the Rag, and Too Swift. You know what I mean? And 93rd Infantry Music %. Late Night Thug in the prequel is coming out. It's coming. I'm not gonna even give it a date anymore. It's gonna come out when it comes out, but it'll be before the end of the summer. And after that, it's a Midnight Masquerade. And I'm gonna come back and fucking give it a review. And I appreciate all fucking criticism. So if you have something to say, please, bro, tell me. Hey, that shit was whack. I won't be back on your fucking show anymore, but I appreciate that. But I appreciate that shit.
Hey man, I appreciate you, man.
And this shit right here before we go again too. I got a hoodie for you. You know what I mean? I definitely got a hoodie for you. Just let me know what your size is. You know, I know nowadays this shit, motherfuckers like small shit, but I still make big shit. So you ask me for a medium, I ain't got no fucking mediums. I got 2 extra.
I wear large.
Yeah, I got you.
There we go. Yeah,
I got you. See, 93rd Infantry music, all the merchandise is coming out and shit. You know what I mean? Some minor setbacks or a major comeback. You know, at the end of the day, God, it feels like God might not like me, but at the end of the day, he still somewhat appreciates me. You know, and he keeps me around for a reason.
right.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean?
Hey,
We'll end it as that. Tragedy of the Boss, 93rd Infantry music, man.
hey, good looking, bro. I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
part 3 is coming out soon, man.
You already know, man. I'm finna
sure.
end it right now. Good looking, bro. Be
For
safe
sure.
for your night.
Same to you, brother. God bless you.
All right.